high notes are improving, pure and round. But you're breathing. What happens to your breathing? Every now and then you take a breath like this, as though it were your last. Breathe easily. Always breathe easily from here. Now take it again, from Gualtier Malde.
Uncle Tito, please, let me go to the carnival.
I have already told you that tonight you will work.
But I work every night. I want to go to the carnival and dance and meet young men.
Never mind about the young men. God has given you a voice, and I'm trying to cultivate it in spite of your laziness. When I was your age, I worked day and night. That was my life. I was a singer. But you, you want to go to strict carnival and dance. In the name of heaven, don't you like to sing?
I love to sing, but...
Well, then sing.
But I like to dance, too.
Gualtier Malde.
Gualtier Malde, Gualtier Malde.
No. Again.
Gualtier Malde, Gualtier Malde.
No, again.
No, I won't.
What did you say?
Oh, Uncle Tito, don't you see? I want something besides singing. I want to have some fun.
Quiet. I see now that I've been too lenient. I've been too kind, and you've taken advantage of me. Very well. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you to the convent.
Oh, no, Uncle Tito.
Yes, you're going to the convent, and you will stay there.
No.
Perhaps the good sisters can break your selfish temper. Perhaps they can teach you gratitude.
Oh, please, Uncle
No, I'm through with you. I've had enough. You don't appreciate what I do for you. So there is only one thing left for you. In the morning, you are going to the convent.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, please, let me go.
It's not very polite. First you knock me down, then you start to run away. In America, people are arrested for hit-and-run tactics.
Arrested?
Sure. At least you ought to stop and find out if I've broken any fenders or smashed my headlights.
Monsieur, I hope you haven't broken your fenders, but I must go.
You're a funny kid. You live around here?
Up there.
And you were leaving home when you cracked up on me.
Yes, monsieur, I was going to the carnival.
Not having an escort, you jumped on me to take you.
Oh, no, monsieur. I don't want you to take me.
Why not? What's the matter with me?
Why, nothing. Perhaps, but...
Okay, just let's go. Here's to you. By the way, what's your name?
Annette.
Annette? It's very nice.
What's your name?
Jonathan. Jonathan Street. I'm a composer. I write music. You see, the moment I finish my opera, I shall be very famous. It's just about one of the best operas ever written.
I'm sure it is.
Are you really? You're absolutely right. Oh, this is nothing.
My Uncle Tito never lets me go anywhere. And now he's going to send me to a convent.
Oh, you won't have any fun there. You ought to be like me. I was born in Michigan.
Michigan?
That's in America.
Oh, Michigan.
Now I live in Paris. Tomorrow I might go to Budapest or Morocco. I never know.
It must be wonderful to be so free.
It's the only way to live.
To have so much money.
So much money?
Yes, to travel so much.
Oh. Yes, indeed.
Your prize, mademoiselle.
Thank you.
It's good for a man of the world like me to see the simple folk enjoying their simple pleasures. You're flat. That would never happen in Paris. In Paris, there's always more wine in the bottle.
I've always wanted to go to Paris.
You've never been to Paris? That's terrible. You know, you should get married.
I was not flat.
Marry a train conductor and he'll take you to Paris all the time on his train.
But I don't want to marry a train conductor.
Come on, let's dance.
Good morning, Johnny.
I'm dreadfully sorry. If there's anything I can do, any way I can help you. What's this?
That's our marriage certificate.
Marriage certificate? I don't remember getting married.
We had to drive to Monaco. Don't you remember? We got the mayor out of bed, and he couldn't find his spectacles. And you said that you would kill yourself if I didn't marry you. It made me so happy. Don't you remember?
But I don't want to be married. It's impossible. I must be free to do my work, to go wherever I like. When tied to a woman, I couldn't work. I couldn't breathe. My soul would shrivel up like a rabbit. First thing you know, there'd be babies. Babies? Who ever heard of a great composer having a baby? Besides, you're too small. Man doesn't want to get down on his knees every time he kisses his wife. You're skinny, too. I always imagined my wife would be tall and, you know, a little bit round and blonde, maybe.
Don't you think you could stand me? Just for a little while? Just so I could get away from here. I would cook for you and make your bed, and then I would try to put on a little fat.
No, it's impossible. I'd treat you very badly. You'd interfere with my work, and I couldn't have that. I'd probably beat you.
Of course, but I wouldn't care. Oh, please. If I kept house for you, I could save you money. You wouldn't have to eat in a restaurant. It will be good for your stomach. And I would always make the things you like best.
You know how to make Hassenpfeffer?
Oh, yes, very well. I soak the meat in brine for 2 whole days before I cook it. Then I brown it in a hot butter and pour the sauce on.
That's it?
Then I put in a cupful of sour cream, but it must be goat's cream. Some people use cow's cream, and that's why they don't make good Hassenpfeffer.
Duchess. Oh, Duchess. You going to spend all day in your bath? Come on now. We must get to work. You gave a very bad performance yesterday. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Lazy hussy. Oh, very well. If you want to pout, go over in the corner and do it. Oh, you think so, do you?
I smell coffee?
It's all ready. And it's very good, too.
Why do I have to get up?
Because the coffee will get cold.
You're certainly determined to take care of me, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I think no one has taken care of you for a long time. And now, I'm the one to do it. Get up.
Not so bad being married to you.
But I'm still skinny.
I know, but you're very cute and you make me laugh. Besides, a man doesn't want a wife so big he can't get his arms around her.
And you are not going to beat me?
Oh, that'll come in time. Just to show you who's boss.
I know who's boss.
Fish. Looks very good.
Does it?
And very good fish it is.
I'm glad you like it.
What's the matter? Aren't you hungry?
I have mine.
As soon as the opera's finished, you won't even have to cook for me. When the opera's produced, I'll buy you anything you want.
I'd rather have a baby.
What? Oh, no, you don't want a baby. They wiggle. They make too much noise.
Not if you keep feeding them.
Besides, I'm too busy. I haven't time to have a baby.
I have plenty of time.
Now, wait a minute. You mustn't start having a lot of crazy ideas.
I don't want to have any ideas. I want to have a baby. When you have time.
Anyway, I've got a lot of work to do today, and I don't want to be disturbed.
Okay, you're the boss. Johnny,
Well,
there's no food in the house for lunch.
my dear, you must never worry about the next meal till the last one's digested.
I'm afraid I digest very quickly.
How do you expect me to work if you keep making noise? Can't you possibly... What in...
Johnny, do you suppose we can keep it?
Keep a seal? Do you want to drive me crazy?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ah, there you are, you moody beast. How do you do, madam?
My name's Jonathan Street.
Oh, Roger Briggs. And this is my vaudeville partner, the Duchess. The Duchess is really very unhappy this morning. Somebody purloined her breakfast.
Stole her breakfast? Well, that's terrible.
Yes, isn't it? You see, it was a fish, a beautiful little smelt.
Why, we had...
Salt. That was salt we had for breakfast, Johnny.
What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Sole.
He's so funny. He doesn't know one fish from another.
The Duchess usually can smell a stolen fish a mile away. You stupid creature. You've been barking up the wrong tree. Excuse our untimely intrusion. Come along, you naughty girl.
After this, if there's any stealing to be done, I'll do it. a lovely fish. Now, no more noise. I don't want to be disturbed.
Okay. You played it the first time is better.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, be quiet and let me work.
But
But what?
But I can't just stay here like a statue.
Well, then take a walk, run, swim, fish. Do anything you want, but please, in heaven's name, let me work. Annette? Annette?
For a ride with the compliments of the management?
Oh, thank you.
Come along, little man.
I'm not a little man.
On the carousel. It is a story that my mama used to tell. When I would cry, it was my lullaby. Carousel, we are all enchanted. We gladly cry for year if only to hear the story that your mama used to tell. And we will cry till you tell us what you felt. More about the jockey on the carousel. He was so unhappy. I'd be a jockey too. He was such a poor little lad. His body was exhausted from a chase that never got them any play. Mademoiselle, if I may continue, this jockey wanted to bring his dancer a ring, and reaching for it suddenly he fell. And as he fell, he kissed her slipper in farewell. He died for love, this jockey on the carousel. And that's the story that your mama used to tell. 'Tis sad, but true, this poor heart-broken fool. Now the turn is ended.
You can sing.
Yes, I can.
My wife has a voice like a nightingale. Nobody knew about it until I came along and discovered it. We've got to do something about it. I'm going to make you famous. From now on, all your troubles are over.
But I have no trouble. I'm happy just to be your wife.
I'm going to make you the greatest singer in France. How would you like that?
That's what you want me to be?
And someday maybe you can sing one of my operas.
Oh, Johnny, I adore that.
We must get a singing teacher. That'll cost money.
I couldn't get a job.
Don't be absurd. No wife of mine's going to work. I'll get a job tomorrow.
But your opera.
My opera can wait.
Don't you see, if I have a job...
Would you like to be an opera star?
Yes, and I like some lunch, too.
Lunch? Here.
Hey, up!
I can see it now. You're singing at the Paris Opera.
This is very good turn.
Your name is in lights all over Paris. Annette Monard. You're the great attraction of the Paris Opera. Echo and Narcissus, the sensational new opera by Jonathan Street with Annette Monard. Two massive towers crown the principal facade. Its 3 doors are decorated with early Gothic carvings, surmounted by a row of figures representing 28 kings of Israel and Judah. I call your attention to the gargoyles, a detail typical of the best Gothic style.
All right, big boy. Where do we go from here? Gwendolyn, if you'd keep still 1 minute, you might acquire some cultural background.
I don't want any more culture. It makes my feet hurt.
We came over here to have some fun. What about seeing some of the nightlife?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dilley, but the Paris nightlife is very peculiar. It doesn't start till after dark.
Papa, where we go from here?
Of course, you understand that I take you to this dive on your own responsibility. It's patronized by the most depraved people in Paris.
That's exactly what I want to see.
Me too.
Hubert?
Of course, most of them carry their own stilettos. I want you to be very careful when they start throwing their knives. So many tourists get hurt that way.
Knives, Papa, knives.
There you are.
Papa, when are they gonna throw the knives?
Don't look like much to me. We got a chop suey place in Tulsa that looks just about the same.
You see that large man over there with the ugly face? The vice king of the Paris underworld.
My heavens.
The little girl over there sitting with a young bank robber? A murderess.
And that lovely young thing over there. Poor child. I suppose she's like all the rest of them.
Probably a dope fiend. Most of them are.
She's going to sing.
It's my wife, isn't she marvelous?
I should say I is magnified until today, but now I am positively gay. If I were king, I'd want to the things what cannot buy. Do you know why? I got love. You got your peace of mind, but I got love. In spite of any kind of life I choose, I'll win, can't lose. I got love, I got a list of all the lovely things I thought I'd miss. But since I know the thrill of being I got love, I got a song describing what I've been dreaming of. A love song, a account of I got love. I'm up above the sky.
Over the sky.
I'm looking down at the moon.
Down at the moon.
In all the world I am the only one higher than the sun at noon. I got love. You get to sleep at night, but I got love. I lost my appetite and so peacefully. You eat, I gain. I got love. I laugh and cry when I see little children dancing right. I want to feel that way until I die. Because why? I got love. You keep your peace of mind. You keep your sleep at night. You keep your appetite. I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause I got
Magnificent! Never have I heard such a voice.
Johnny!
You were marvelous. What do you mean by singing a song like that? She'll ruin your voice.
It's a very nice song. The saxophone player taught me.
It's a terrible song.
But I get pay for this. I'm earning money.
Money? Can't you leave that to me? Do you think I can't support you?
Oh, Monsieur Darcy. We haven't seen you in a long while. Your regular table?
No. First, I want to talk with Francois. The last time he put too much garlic in the snails.
Too much garlic. Monsieur Darcy, I've been killing myself personally.
No, Jacques. You must never kill an artist. The world has too few of them.
I won't go home. I haven't been paid yet.
All right, you wait here. I'll get your money.
Ah, monsieur, it is fortunate you have come tonight. I have heard a voice.
I don't want a voice. I want less garlic with my snails. There was too much last time.
Too much garlic, monsieur? That is practically impossible. Did you hear this new singer of ours?
No, I didn't.
Oh, monsieur.
Are the snails fresh?
Ah, perfectly, monsieur. Wait, I'll show you. That is the voice over there.
You're pretty small to have much of a voice, aren't you?
Yes, I suppose I am.
In fact, you don't look like a singer at all. Didn't you know that singers were supposed to be large and homely? Sort of like a channel swimmer?
like this.
Nothing happened to me. It was a mouse.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It looked like a necktie salesman to me. I know we need money. I'll get it. Lots of it.
How?
Will you please stop asking questions?
I wish you forget about my voice. We can't afford to pay for lessons.
Will you be quiet? You've got to have lessons. You're going to be an opera singer.
But I don't want to be an opera singer. I just want to be your wife.
You think I can't pay for your singing lessons? Well, you're wrong. I'm going to give you everything you want, whether you like it or not. Will you please stop complaining?
Oh, Johnny, we haven't laughed like this for days.
Darling.
Do you think the Duchess would mind?
The spring always makes her restless. You know, there's a good bit of the gypsy in her.
I wish Johnny would come.
Where is he?
Looking for a job. He lost the one he had, and he's still trying to pay for my lessons.
Oh, he'll find something.
That's our good candlestick.
Your candlestick is in the best of hands. Ramsay MacDonald once remarked that the Duchess could balance anything but the British budget.
She's awfully clever.
Shh, please don't flatter her. She's already quite unbearable.
But she seems so happy.
Yes, on the contrary, she's very unhappy. She has been ever since her husband left her.
I'd be unhappy too, if my husband left me.
I remember one time, shortly after the Duke was gone, we were playing at the Palace in New York. And the Duchess thought she saw her husband sitting out front, so she climbed over the footlights and kissed a bald-headed old gentleman sitting in the third row. It's very embarrassing for me, you know, being left alone on the stage, because I can't balance a thing.
If only he could get his opera produced.
Well, it may be a good opera, but it won't get produced lying there on the piano.
There is a man right in Paris who could do it, if he would. Paul Darcy.
Perhaps I could send the Duchess over with it. She has a way with managers.
I'm not afraid of Paul Darcy. Not a bit afraid. I wish I had a nice new hat. Do you know what he looks like? Roger, can you pray?
I have.
Then, pray for me. I beg your pardon. I have a manuscript, an opera by Jonathan Street.
Not really.
Yes, I brought it for Monsieur Darcy.
I'm sorry you can't see Monsieur Darcy.
I'll wait.
Hello, Henri. This is Paul Darcy's office. I want to order lunch for Monsieur Darcy to be sent up. Will you read the menu, please?
So she took your manuscript under her arm and went off to see him.
I tried to get a day off last week and he wouldn't let me go. No. Oh, no, I'm sure I couldn't. Next week, maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dare to
Paprika.
No, really, I can't. For lunch? Yes, I could do that. What time? All right, but I have to be back early because... All right, about 1 o'clock. I went out to lunch for 2 hours yesterday, and you should have heard what he said to me.
Wait a minute. I can't eat off this tray. Say, aren't you the girl who...
Yes, I am.
I thought you were.
I have an opera here by Jonathan Street. He's my husband. I know you'll want to read it.
Is that so?
The name of it is Echo and Narcissus.
Do you realize that the last time I talked to you, I got this?
Yes, I remember very well.
So do I.
I didn't know you were for Darcy when Johnny knocked you down. Oh, I would have fainted. This is a very nice opera. Really, it is. I hope you read it right away.
My dear child, it's impossible. Look at my desk.
Oh, but you must read it. My husband says you are very lucky to get it.
Does he really?
You've got to read this. I'll scream.
Do as you please about that. If I listen to the music of every unknown composer in Paris...
But one number. It will be quicker than to argue with me.
I'm afraid you're right. But mind you, I do this on one condition. That hereafter you try and arrange your life so that we never meet again. I find you a very annoying young woman.
Oh, thank you.
This young lady has some music she wants me to hear. One number.
You will like this. It's my favorite. Of course. You really can't get the full effect just hearing it on the piano. You see, in the opera, Echo is very unhappy because Narcissus won't pay any attention to her. And she sings this song.
Yes? Oh, hello, Maurice. Is that so? I know, but I'm not going to do Peleas this season. Yes, I know you'd like to sing it, but I'm not going to do it. No. No. I'm sorry, I really can't. You might as well. Not even if you... No. No.
But Darcy, I've waited for years to sing that role. You promised me last year that you would do it this season. Don't you remember? You said that if I could sing that role, you would...
It's wonderful music, isn't it?
What a voice, it's superb. I never heard anything like it in my life, and neither did you. Unglaublich.
Wonderful.
I don't understand it. Where does it all come from?
But the music, what about the music?
The music? Oh, a nice tune, perhaps, but it's not opera. Come, my child, more. I want to hear more. Bravo.
I knew you like it. It's such lovely music.
My dear, I have found something great.
Monsieur Darcy, my name is Street. I'm terribly sorry about your eye. I thought you were a necktie salesman.
Did you really?
It's very funny. I mean, you're liking my music after what I did to you. Of course, my wife sings very nicely, but when you hear it sung by...
Your wife has the best voice that I've heard in years. I want to put her under contract. I'm going to give her the finest musical training in Europe. Put her in opera where she belongs. It's a crime she hasn't been discovered before.
I've waited for this chance all my life. Now you're going to listen to me, or aren't you?
Yes. Hello, Tirrandelli. Paul Darcy. Very well, thank you. How are you? My friend, I have discovered a voice.
But, Monsieur Darcy, the music.
What a voice?
Johnny's music.
A young soprano.
You mean you don't want my opera?
I'm going to place her in your hands. I want you to give her the finest musical
Darling,
training you can.
I know. I won't do it.
You're to spare no time and no expense.
Oh, but you must. I want you to.
I'll give you any amount of money that's necessary.
If I become successful, I could do something for you, opera.
Good.
Perhaps then I could help you.
I'll send her over to see you tomorrow.
Yes. Perhaps you could.
Well, that's that. You will study with Tirrandelli, but you will be under my personal management because we have work to do.
But wait a minute.
You will study for a year, then a season in the provinces, a tour perhaps, and finally your debut at the Paris Opera. But only when you're ready. When a little country girl has become a woman of the world, after we've changed you completely.
But I don't want my wife changed.
Your clothes, your manner, your hair, the way you talk.
No.
When you are a perfect creation.
I tell you, I don't want my wife changed. scholar. Marvelous, madame.
Thank you. It's kind of you. I'm so sorry. You have to excuse me.
You sang beautifully tonight, darling. You look very beautiful, too.
Oh, Johnny.
I suppose everybody's told you that by this time. They don't leave me anything to say.
Don't say anything. You could do better than that if you tried.
I wish I could tell you all the things I want to say. But all those people, they make me feel so far away from you.
Just tell me that you love me. And try to laugh as you did when you lived in the attic.
I haven't felt much like laughing lately.
I know, darling. But you will. Everything we planned is coming true. In a few weeks, I will sing you opera in Monte Carlo.
I've waited a long time for that. It's got to be a success.
Of course it will be a success. We'll be on top of the world.
Things will be different then, won't they, Annette? I mean, you won't have to feel ashamed of me any longer.
Oh, Julie. Don't ever say that again. Please, darling.
Did I ever remember to tell you that I love you very much?
That's better. Much better.
You're just a funny little girl. Even if you become the most famous singer in the world, you'll still be just a funny little girl.
Annette, there are some people here that I want you to meet. They're very important. Come in, won't you, please? I'm sorry, Johnny.
Hors d'oeuvres, sir? Roger! Jonathan! How are you?
Miserable, thanks. Sit down. What are you doing here?
I've been sent up from the dining room. I'm a waiter now. It's a shocking profession. One learns how dangerous eating really is. Now, you take that caviar, for instance. That's probably teeming with ptomaine. Oh, by the way, Jonathan, I want to congratulate you upon Annette's great success.
Don't congratulate me. I'm only your husband. What have you been doing?
Oh, it's a long story, and I won't bore you with it. Yes, on second thoughts, I think I will bore you with it. It all started with the Duchess. She passed on, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't touch those, they're terribly greasy. Yes, she died in my arms. Oh, it was beautiful. You ever had a seal die in your arms?
No, I never did.
Oh, well, you take my advice. If ever you get a seal, and it looks like dying, you have it to die in your arms. It's just beautiful.
Waiter! I want some food!
He's drunk. Have you ever noticed that waiters have much better manners than guests?
Waiter! I want something to drink.
When she's got a sore throat, they all look at me as though I'd given it to her. A lot of times they don't even let me see her at all. They all make me feel so useless.
I know. It makes one feel like an extra fly in the ointment.
Waiter! I want something to drink.
These are very good, sir.
I want a drink.
Nonsense. You had too much already.
What?
Give me that glass.
No, no, sir. This is mine.
Get me the head waiter. I'll have you discharged.
I'll thank you, sir, to remember that you're a gentleman.
But her Lucia, I shall go to Monte Carlo to hear it again.
Monte Carlo? But she's not singing Lucia at Monte Carlo.
No.
No, she's going there to do a new opera. Echo Narcissus.
Well, is it a good opera?
It was rejected all over Europe.
How in the world?
Didn't you know? The composer is her husband.
But how did she get them?
She's paying for the production.
Oh, I see. Family matter. Well, in that case, I shan't bother to go to Monte Carlo. Well, Jonathan, you look like the end of the world. Come along, Annette's ready to sing. She wants you to accompany her.
You can tell Annette to go to the devil. I'm through.
Wait a minute. You're a little bit drunk, aren't you?
No, I'm not drunk.
May I speak with you for a moment?
Johnny, what are you doing?
I'm getting out. I'm tired of being a lapdog for an opera star.
Johnny, you've gone crazy.
I'm no good to you. You don't need me. I know what I am. I'm a lapdog.
Oh, Johnny, no, you can't leave me. Think of the things we've done together. Your opera.
My opera. Why don't you call it your opera? You're paying for it.
Oh, darling, please,
I know. Keep him happy. Toss him a bone. People would have had a good laugh about that, but they're not going to laugh at me. Here, hold that.
Johnny, won't you please try to understand?
I understand, all right. Get away from there. You don't want me to amount to anything. You'd rather I had to depend on you. But I don't have to. No, thank you. I have a great talent, and I won't have it cheapened. No, thank you. Thank you. Go on with your success. Go higher and higher and higher.
Johnny, wait. I don't want success. I never sing again. Never.
Of course you want success. You've got it. Just remember one thing. You can't buy me with it.
Oh, Johnny! Oh, Paul. I wish I'd never sung a note.
Annette Monard's triumphal return to the Paris Opera, fainting like a schoolgirl. Another incident like that and your career will be finished.
What of it? I didn't want a career. I was pushed into it. I lost everything I really wanted.
In heaven's name, what is it that you do want?
I don't know anymore. I want some fun. I'm tired of being cooped up like a canary.
You'd better lie down. You're singing tomorrow night.
I won't lie down, and I won't sing tomorrow night.
Yes? London? Or put them on.
I'm never going to sing again.
Will you please keep quiet? I beg your pardon. Yeah. Oh, speaking. Hello. Sue me? For what? Well, that's ridiculous. Of course she's going to sing tomorrow night. What? Just a moment. Did you wire London that you're not going to keep your engagement there?
Yes.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, I have, and I like it.
Hold the wire. Annette, you can't do this to me. You don't want to see me thrown in jail, do you? With nothing to eat but an old piece of bread? You'll sing, won't you, dear? Just for me.
Well, just for you. But not in front of a lot of people.
You're driving me crazy. No, not you. But you're not being much help. I know. Wait just one moment, will you, please? Now, Annette, you can't let me down like this. I promised them a concert. I've got to give it to them.
All right. You promised it to them. You sing.
She, what am I going to tell him?
Tell him I got to run in my stockings and I can't leave the house. Goodbye, you baboon.
Now, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Your canary is flying the coop.
Wait a minute. Don't be a fool. No, Annette. Will you wait just one moment? I assure you that she will leave on the 7 o'clock train for London tonight.
To the bois.
Where to, madame?
Johnny! Stop the cab. There. This is better. Now we can talk.
Of course, madame wishes to go slumming.
Johnny, stop it. I want to know what you've been doing.
Driving a taxi cab?
Are you happy, Johnny?
Of course I'm happy. I found something to do that suits my talents.
Do you like driving a taxi?
Of course I like it. Keeps me out in the fresh air. You're always meeting interesting people. Beautiful women. There's always something different. You're very happy, I suppose?
Happy? Yes, of course.
That's nice.
Naturally, I'm happy. I have everything I want. Everything. Last week, a duke asked me to marry him.
Why didn't you?
Because I was too busy being happy.
Glad you're happy.
And besides, I'm still married to you. I don't know why I'm crying.
Neither do I.
I guess I must be hungry. Johnny, will you let me take you to lunch? We could go to the Café de Paris or someplace.
The Café de Paris, they wouldn't let me in. If you associate with taxi drivers, you've got to eat where they eat.
Oh, I'd love to.
Not much like the Café de Paris, is it?
It's very nice. So cozy. It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Biggest meal in France for 10 francs.
It's very good.
Not like that. That's not the way taxi drivers eat. Here, like this. First, you break off a big piece of bread, and you swish it around in the gravy like that, see? Then you open your mouth very wide as if you're going to sing E flat above high C, like this. And then shovel it in.
I'll try. How was that?
You look very funny. The Duke ought to see you now.
I've always wanted to drive a taxi.
All right, you drive. I'll sing. Falling off that policeman's horse.
You know, it hurts to fall off a policeman's horse.
I've been telephoning every police station in Paris. How did they get way out here? What have they done? Tell me.
These people are desperate criminals, obviously insane, if you want my opinion.
Well, was it so terrible? It might have been an accident, you know.
Accident? They were found waiting in the public pond. The pond that is reserved exclusively for the municipal swans.
Don't look now, but there's that man.
Hello, Paul. You remember my husband, don't you?
Sorry, we can't ask you in.
Do you realize that our train leaves in an hour? I've been looking for you all day.
But I told you, I'm not going to London.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm never going to sing again. I'm going to be a taxi driver's wife and have a baby.
Open the door.
Yes.
I've arranged for your release. Now then, come along. Hurry up. If I lose them now, I'll never see them again.
Yes.
Come on, hurry up.
It's very nice, Johnny.
Of course, it's a little small. Don't sit there. That chair's broken. I usually sit on the bed.
We can fix it up beautifully. Curtains for the windows, some furniture.
We're not going to have much money, you know.
But I have plenty of money, darling. We won't talk about money. We don't need money.
Well, this is charming. Charming.
Paul, go away. And leave us alone.
You plan to live here, do you?
Yes.
Don't you think it'll be a little bit crowded when Madame gets her trunks moved in? There are 14 of them, you know. 10 for clothes, 2 for hats, 2 for shoes.
Paul!
Only trying to be practical, my dear. And there'll hardly be room to raise much of a family, will there?
Will you please go now?
I'll be waiting downstairs in the car. Our train leaves in half an hour.
He's right. It won't work. Do you think I'd allow my wife to live in a place like this? Of course not. It's all right for me. I like it.
Then I like it, too.
Besides, I don't want my room cluttered up with a lot of trunks and servants.
We'll get a larger place. Please, darling.
I can't afford a larger place. And I don't intend to be kept by my wife again.
Joni, you don't love me enough. Yes, that's it. Your silly pride is more important to you than I am. Oh, Joni.
Darcy's waiting downstairs. Go on to London and sing.
What do I care about singing? I never wanted to be a singer. I just wanted to be your wife. But you won't let me. Goodbye, Johnny. There must be something I can do. He needs a little success. Paul, I've got an idea. If I go to London tonight and sing for you, you've got to do something for me.
Jonathan will love you for this. He'll cut you up in little bits.
Oh, no, he won't. I had him put back in jail.
Let me out of here! Let me out! You can't put me in here!
Monsieur, I've just received word. The charges against you have been withdrawn.
Will I have time to make the plane for London?
I believe so. I hope we'll see you again sometime.
You'd better save me a cell. I'm going to London to murder my wife.
If you would dance, we'd have a chance to
Congratulations, it's tremendous. Your fortune's made.
Go on, laugh. It's very funny, isn't it?
But I tell you, you've got a smash hit. 20 million people will be whistling those tunes of yours.
Marvelous.
Beautiful.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Is this the composer?
Congratulations, Darcy. You've discovered a great talent. Lady Whitley, may I present the composer, Mr. Street?
How do you do?
And the comte-trajet, Mr. Street.
Well, Mr. Street, such marvelous music. It's like, why, it's like Hubert. I don't know how you do it.
It's nothing. Nothing at all. You see, I just try to write the kind of music that people want. Tunes they can whistle.
And your wife gives such a beautiful performance.
She is good, isn't she?
Marvelous.
You know, she sings my songs just the way I write them.
Listen to this one. Jonathan Street, the brilliant young composer
Annette, please,
of...
I'm working. What was the rest of it?
The brilliant young composer of I Dream Too Much, the musical comedy sensation of London, now in its second year.
You know, I'm sorry you left the show. You were very good.
Was I, darling?
You were right to retire, though. Of course, you sang very nicely, but after all, genius is another thing. To write great melodies, tunes that 20 million people whistle, you have to have...
Yes, darling. And you have it.
You know what I mean. Some people are born to greatness.
Yes, dear. I know what you mean. And some people are born to have babies. Listen what I tell you. Jockey on the carousel. It was a story that my mama used to tell. When I would cry, it was my lullaby.